Hello and welcome to John's Author Diary for the weekend in April 12th, 2020. Happy Easter. I've had a busy week. I've kept on with my schedule of doing my work in the morning and then homeschooling my son in the afternoons. So even though he's technically on his Easter holiday, we figured we would just keep on because otherwise he's going to sit around all day, being bored, probably complaining, getting into mischief, that kind of thing. So figured a bit of structure would be a positive thing. In terms of my son's guitar lessons, they've been going really well. He's getting the chords quite quick. He now knows about, I think, 7, 8 chords maybe. He's got the strumming pattern down. I've also started teaching him his first scale and how to use a plectrum. Surprising how fast he learns. He's 7, so he's basically a sponge at this age. And there's been a few times where he's felt a real sense of achievement through learning something that he hadn't learned before, through challenging himself and getting it done. So I'm really proud of him for that. I've just been impressed as well with how some of the things that he does outside of school have been keeping in touch and doing things. So, for example, he did a karate lesson on Tuesday in our living room. So they had a Zoom meeting set up. And so we got him in his karate kit and he was doing the moves. We have definitely been enjoying the weather this week. It's actually started to feel like spring. The sun's been shining. A few days ago, we took a walk along the prom, along the stone jetty in Morecambe, and it was lovely, absolutely lovely. I have to admit I got a bit frustrated the other day when I heard that the government were threatening to stop people from doing their one allotted exercise a day. Now, I find walking really helps with my mental health. It clears my mind. So I felt myself getting quite frustrated with that idea, the idea that because of a few bad actors, a few people who are flouting the rules and ruining it for everyone else, that really got to me. And I was weighing up whether it'd be worth taking a £30 fine if it meant that I could still do my walks. And now, I'm not necessarily condoning civil disobedience, but I think there is a difference between the personal distancing that the government's suggesting and social control. My hope is that it won't come to that point, and it's also a stoic thing for me where I need to think to myself, okay, this is something I can't control. What can I control? Where is my sphere of influence? And maybe work out what I can do. You know, at least I'm in a privileged position to have a garden, so maybe it'll just be a case of using that. But hopefully it won't come to that. Hopefully they will see sense and not take any drastic steps because of a few idiots. So in terms of actual progress this week, I have been working on the book The Tower. So this is book 16 of the Ravenglass Chronicles. I'm really pleased with how it's going. I'm about 2/3, maybe 3/4 of the way through the outline, so I should have a first draft of that done by early next week. I've also got book 15, The Devil, out, so that is now available to buy. 99 cents on Amazon. Go grab it. Because it's Easter, this also meant a few days ago was the end of Lent. So this year I gave up alcohol, bread, chocolate, biscuits, cake. And to be honest, I think because of the coronavirus, it's probably been a good thing to have that discipline and to not sit there drinking all day and gorging myself on German cookies. So my waistline will no doubt thank me. That being said, it was great to discover that Amazon delivered gin, so I bought a bottle of Bombay Sapphire and enjoyed that with some delicious tonic water. So in terms of reading, I finished reading The Black Swan. So this was about how improbable events can have massive impacts. I enjoyed most of this book. I felt near the end it kind of got lost in the weeds a bit with self-congratulation. But apart from that, I would recommend giving it a read. It does shift your mindset on things like bell curve distributions and working out probabilities and things like that. So if you're interested in things like, say, investments, stock market, that kind of thing, take a look at it. It's well worth reading. I'm also reading a book called The Lost Symbol by Dan Brown. Now, I just wanted a book that I didn't need to think a lot about, I'll be honest. I just wanted a fun thrill ride, and that's exactly what I've got. I'm about halfway through that, and I presume will be finished in the next couple of days. On Tuesday night, I watched some live theatre. So this was a one-person show of Fleabag. This was done as a TV series, which I really enjoyed. And so we watched it. I think it was £4. It was done by Soho Theatres for charity. This was really good. Fleabag Live. I would recommend it. I don't think it's still available, but if you get a chance to see it, it's very, very good. Very funny, very dark. Not for children, that's for sure. I actually think as a story, it works better than the TV series. And I love the TV series. I think it was more compressed. I think there were a lot of things that were cut out that were in the TV show, and it just seemed to work better. The revelation at the end worked better. Excellent writing, excellent acting. Couldn't ask for anything better. And what's cool is other productions are being put on YouTube for free. So my wife and I are going to watch some of those, I think, over the coming weeks. So next week, I need to finish off my first draft of the tower. I'm going to go straight on to writing a second draft. I've also got some audio editing to do. So I've got an episode of the Sci-Fi Roundtable coming out where we'll be discussing time travel. So if you're not listening to the Sci-Fi Roundtable podcast yet, please do check it out. Find it wherever you're listening to this. So until next time, cheerio.